If you haven't already, please do check out part 1 of today's video on Mike Ashley. That was on the channel yesterday, and it features Carl and his thoughts on the parasite himself. So enjoy that one and then check out my video that follows. How's everybody doing? It's Abin Paul from the Facebook team for Newcastle Fans TV and NFTV Extra today. Yes, our second channel. Please give it a like and a subscribe. It does mean a lot. I'm trying to grow the second channel and really push it on. So I appreciate every single person who takes the time out to subscribe. You will see lots of other additional content coming on the channel. There's been lots added in the past few weeks as well. Looking forward to Sam and Johnny's new show, which is coming up next week sometime. They've got a fantastic guest lined up already, so exciting times for NFTV Extra, no doubt about it. But on to today's topic, and yes, for the eagle-eyed amongst you, different wheels, same me, same opinion, don't give a shit. I'm going to tell it exactly as it is. And today's subject is Mike Ashley being a little thief, being a crook, akin to Ronald Bastard McDonald without the bastard laughs. Goodness me, this man, what depths will he not dip down to? Because on our 13 years that we've been stuck with him, that we should be so glad. Oh, we're so glad, Rio, that we've got him. We're so lucky to have him, aren't we, Dennis Wise? All these skip rats who keep coming out saying how lucky we are. Well, I'll tell you something. I don't feel fucking lucky to have him. Try having him at your football club for a minute. And if you're not a Newcastle fan, imagine the worst period for your club ever. The times up by about 10, and you might get somewhere near Mike Ashley. I would not wish him on my worst enemy. Well, maybe Sunderland, but that's a different debate and different argument. Because if it wasn't for Sunderland's woes providing some mild comedy and relief, I'd be pulling what little hair I've got left out. Because that man is a crook. He's despicable. He's lowlife. And he takes people's money with knowing for a fact that he cannot deliver on the promises on what you are paying towards. You know, I've held water a little bit, because there's always been the argument, yes, but the Premier League might not, they might just say that you're allowed in, or some are allowed in. So you can argue that Penfold and co were quite within the rights to withhold everything until the Premier League made the statement. The moment the Premier League made the statement, that should have been it. At that time, Sheffield United also confirmed their arrangements around this season's season tickets, and that meant that there was one club left who hadn't communicated with its fans, surprise surprise, who hadn't sorted refunds out, surprise surprise, and the club is Newcastle United. You had to know. We are the club that just keeps on giving shit to its supporters. The club that's just happy to eke a mere existence out, to never challenge higher up in the Premier League, that's happy to never challenge for a cup, who put the season ticket prices up. It's disgusting across the board. There is now no excuse for the club. They have been told supporters this season will not, under any circumstances, be allowed inside the stadium. So the money needs to be refunded. That is the payment for the season ticket for this season. The FA Cup game needs to be refunded, and in these times of national crisis, a freeze on next season's season ticket, when we don't even know whether we can get in the ground at this point because plans have not been made, should be froze. That entire payment process should be frozen, or at least given the option to the supporters to freeze it. sorry, I'll rephrase that, customers, I'll be getting wrong. I find it disgusting that the Premier League hide behind fit and proper, and they've taken, what, 4 or 5 times the amount of time that they should have to sort this Staveley situation out. But they're quite happy for Mike Ashley, who they see as fit and proper. Are you having a laugh? Just as well these fit and proper don't look after nurseries and the likes, because we'd have an absolute epidemic of Jimmy Saviles running about. Because the Premier League wouldn't know fit and proper if it slapped them round their stupid faces. It really boils my piss. At the end of the day, the supporters for this season's money should have been refunded as soon as that statement was out. But we don't communicate with our fans. That seemingly is beneath this regime. And the Premier League, which makes it worse, aren't holding these owners to account, aren't saying what you were doing, Mike, what you were doing, Newcastle, is wrong. You are taking money, you cannot provide the product. You know this. So you are taking money by deception, it's theft. And you're opening yourself up to a huge can of worms in terms of legal cases from people like myself, who have quite frankly got every right to be able to say, I now want my money back. You need to compensate me for the situation as well. And it sounds farcical, but why not? If they were more willing, if they communicated, if they said, oh, we're going to offer you, like everybody else has done, a refund, we're going to offer you a credit note off next season, we are going to offer you this, that and the other, that would be one thing. But they have not said an absolute iota on the subject at all. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. That is the reaction from Newcastle United. I'd say the board, but it's one man. A pathetic 1980s cartoon psychic character by the name of Penfold. Nothing going on here. Everything's here okay. How the man justifies that wage, regardless to whether it's been reduced or not, is an absolute understatement. The man's incapable of ordering paper for the photocopier, so should not be in charge of that club, and it is disgusting and a slap in the face for every Newcastle United supporter who has put money in despite consistently it being run like a complete nutter shit show. Disgusting. So yeah, Mike Ashley needs to refund the money for the cup game, for the this season tickets, and then he needs to make plans about next season. A freeze temporarily on the season ticket payments being taken should be sought. The Supporters Trust have contacted the club repeatedly, and they can't get any response out of Charlie and his bunch of not so merry men. You try contacting the ticket office and you can't. Why? Because all the staff have been furloughed. Yes, a club that bid £40 million for a player in January furloughed the staff. I'm sure that is not what the Chancellor meant when he announced this scheme. It's another loophole in which to save Mike Ashley cash. Cash that's so precious to him, as he was forced to shut his tat empire, not through choice, and not because he values people like he put on his stupid, pathetic PR crap Fraser video, but because again he was forced to. The man is a lowlife and will only do stuff when he is forced to. Like forced to come and speak to the government, to select committees, to answer for what he is doing. The man treats local MPs like Chianora, like dirt he's wiped off the bottom of his shoe, with complete disregard and disdain. And I find it unbelievable, and it's certainly unacceptable for this to be going on in this day and age. The Premier League need to man up, grow a set, make a decision on the takeover, and take decisive action with regards to these payments and these monies being taken immorally. But you know, I have heard comments Should we cut him some slack? Should we cut him some slack? Let me think about that. Should we? Fuck! Why should we cut any slack to this man? I could list everything that he's done to this fan base. But A, it would be X-rated, and B, it would take several hours to go through everything that he has done to this fan base. But of course, remember Rio, we feel lucky. Unfucking believable. The takeover, I've heard, is another excuse. We can't do it because they're in the takeover. Well, how long does this takeover take? And why can't the club communicate then that there's a reason why they can't do it, and it's because there is a potential takeover? We can't comment any further. That would be something. But this is the club that does not comment. It is tighter than a duck's ass. The takeover is not an excuse. The money is being taken under his stewardship. Now we can say that he's finished with the club, he's washed his hands of it, he's put the keys in an envelope and posted it through the letterbox, and it's the next people's. But that doesn't wash. The money is going into an account. He has financial control over that club. He continues to take the money every single month. He had the money last season. It is up to him to make this right. But I hold no hope. This is the club that's still currently being investigated by the HMRC. So goodness knows what's going to come of that. This is the club, as I've said before, we're just happy to survive and be there. With good old Mike at the helm. The takeover, and I don't care who it is, I don't care if it's the richest person in the world or somebody who's got a fiver in his bank account. I would take anybody at this age just to give me a bit of hope and a bit of a plan for the future. But if this club has got a shred of decency about it, and I doubt it with the way, look at the way he dealt with the likes of club legends like Alan Shearer and Kevin Keegan. It's got no shame. Doesn't do stuff because it wants to, and it's proactive. It's reactive and it's dragging behind. Do the right thing, Mike. Get the money back to the Newcastle fans whose money it is, and then do me a favour. Be as far away from Newcastle as you possibly can. Shut your Ted Empire up here down. Get rid of it. I don't want to see a Sports Direct, a Flannels, a game, Hugo Boss, anything. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll be back again, no doubt, with some no more PC views. No bullshit, honest, shooting straight from the hip. I really don't care. Take care, keep a tune, and I'll speak to you later.